So I'm here with Pat Mathewson, who's rerunning for Students' Association President. Pat, do you agree that during your tenure as President, the housing situation has got worse?
No, I don't think it's gotten worse.
So let's talk about those bursaries. In your manifesto, you claim that you've got £450,000 worth of new bursaries.
Oh, I don't just claim, it's...
Well, on the university's website, which I have here, for returning students, there are 35 bursaries for undergraduates that come in at £3,000 each.
Okay. What's actually online this year is 97 are available. So next year there's 450,000 available for the total pot of accommodation bursaries, and the year after that there's 900,000.
For the total pot?
Yes, 900.
So that's not an increase? Because you claim you've got an increase.
You're not listening to me. Over the next 2 years there's 450,000 the next year, and the year after that there's 900,000.
Then why does it say on the university's website that there's 35 for returning undergraduates at £3,000?
I don't think you're understanding.
For this year, this is this year, the applications?
Yes, and my negotiations with RBS, which occur in my term, are for the coming years.
What's the figure for the amount that's been taken away from the subsidy to Albany Park and Five Park?
What's the figure, pardon me?
For the subsidy that used to go to Albany Park and Five Park.
These two things aren't related. So
that stopped though, right?
So 3 years ago, the Students' Association President agreed at the time, spoke to the university to the lower quartile of all student accommodation, having a fifth of its accommodation at this level, and that's something it has maintained. Accommodation has risen across the board by RPI, which is roughly around inflation. So I think you've grossly misrepresented this. I think you've misjudged the way it's gone on, and I don't think you've accurately accounted for the way it's going forward.
Let's talk about your manifesto for this year.
Sure.
You say that you want to build 1,500 new beds.
Yes.
Is that just a figure that sounds good, that it rolls off the tongue? So you have experience, but you said in your manifesto last year, which I also have here, that you want to pursue a build-based accommodation agenda. But you haven't done that this year. You haven't achieved that this year.
How long does it take to build a building? How long does it take to build a building? I've been in here.
But can you name one solid building that is going to be built because of you being president this year?
These are the ones that we're considering right now.
One of your main policies is to extend hardship funds to also include international students. Why should Scottish students not get money and international students coming in get that same money?
Again, that's a nonsense level of phrasing. I'm not saying take the hardship fund away from Scottish students. I'm saying right now we are an enormously international university, and yet we only provide a hardship fund for our local students.
I have a message here that you sent to our news editor where you say that you will not give your manifesto unless an article is updated to include comments that are positive to you to make you look better.
Oh no, what I said to her is...
Is it acceptable for a presidential candidate, is it acceptable behaviour for a presidential candidate to make their openness predicated on positive reports?
You've absolutely misrepresented this again.
I have it here. I have the message you sent here. It says, if the article is updated promptly, I'll furnish you with a manifesto tomorrow. You're threatening people with lack of cooperation if they don't update articles to make you look better. You're attacking people at 4:30 in the morning. The truth is that you're bullying these people.
It's absolutely incorrect. All I asked for was to be interviewed for an article where you said you interviewed me.
So is it the president's responsibility to not be open to everyone, even those that are critical of him, not to threaten them with no cooperation if you're not
Isn't asking to be
open?
interviewed for an article the best way to be open? All I'm asking
You're threatening people, you're bullying people.
Bullying
I have the messages here, you're bullying these people.
not bullied anyone. All I asked was to be interviewed if you say you're going to interview me. This is absolute nonsense. And this is what this is what people come to accept from this kind of journalism. How long does it take to build a building? How long does it take to build a building? How long does it take to build a building? How long does it take to build a building?